You're listening to KEXP. We're at 90.3 FM in Seattle. You can find us online at kexp.org. I'm Cheryl Waters. I am so excited to have Car Seat Headrest live in studio today. Welcome, guys.
Hey.
Going to kick us off with a couple of songs?
Absolutely.
Take it away.
The junk's face breaks into sweat as his friend falls under the wheels. But the headlights don't flinch and the engine doesn't stutter. Oh yeah. Think about myself, I think about myself, care about myself, I care about myself, I only care about myself. And other fears too stupid to mention. The ending of Dramamine scared Beckmann. The way that you all see me, that's who I am, but not who I need to be. Moving my joke body through the cold November night. Ha ha. Hate yourself, do you hate yourself? I don't hate myself, I tolerate myself. I wish I was someone else, but it feels too stupid to mention. I know I'll be ripped in heaven. I was young, I was thin, I had money and I loved you, but then came the shabba-dee-bop-bop, the shibby-day, oh yeah, shabba-dee-bop-bop, the shibby. I need a name for what I'm feeling, then I can start to work on a meaning. Speaking of the shabba-dee-bop-bop, the shibby-day, oh yeah, shabba-dee-bop-bop, the shibby-day, oh yeah. In a crowded room you will hear your own opinion voiced. You can sit back without a word, watch it spread or fall silent. Oh yeah. If it's too late to speak, I could get out of bed, find a pencil and write, leave it for you to find if the moment is gone. To say I figured out what the problem was. I'd been thinking about it earlier. Hey, can you hear me now? Am I alone in my futile efforts? Sometimes I get so mad I can't do the few things I usually can, which is sad. Occupying space, I know I take up space. Will there be a space for my soul in space? That's heaven to me. 98083 Post Office Box 295. I was young, I was thin, I had money and I loved you, but then came the shabba-dee-bop-bop, the shibby-day, oh yeah, shabba-dee-bop-bop, the shibby. I need a name for what I'm feeling, then I can start to work on a minute. Speaking of the shabba-dee-bop-bop, the shibby-day, oh yeah, shabba-dee-bop-bop, the shibby-day, oh yeah. And in the sky there is a place where it's warm and you're there, and I've got the power now. Yeah, I know what to do to make you feel something besides pain. 'Cause it's the love that we've come to expect, to deserve, and we touch, and it's nice. It's not a complicated mess, and my back doesn't hurt, and your head doesn't tell you to kill yourself. So we smile and embrace guess I belong to me now. But when night fell on Montana, I found a rest stop completely deserted, but I still felt the eyes upon me, so I drove away. One, two, three, four. All of my friends are getting married. All of my friends are right with God. All of my friends are making money, but art gets what it wants and art gets what it deserves. I think I'm gonna build a giant hotel, lest we be scattered, I'll stack it sky high. It's not symbolic, it's just human nature. Under the foundations there is a graveyard. We've all had better times to die. We've all seen better times to die. We've all seen better times to die. We've all seen better times to die. better times to die. We've all had better times. Got to have faith in the one above me. Got to believe that Lombardi loves me. It's a deal. I want a deal. Let's cut a covenant. Bop. And when they took him to the temple, oh, then they fed him to the devils. And when they took him to the temple, oh, then they fed him to the devils. And when they took him to the temple, before they fed him to the devils. When they took him to the temple, oh, then they listened to the devils. Most of the time I'm just getting older, but I'll get to heaven standing on your shoulders. So many people, you know, that could make you. They say, kid, you're good, but do you have what it takes to be invited into the divine council? Invited into the divine council. Invited into the divine council. Invited into the divine. We've all had better times to die. We've all seen better times to die. We've all had better times to die. We've all seen better times to invited into the divine council. Invited into the divine council. Invited into the divine council. Invited into the Invited into the divine council. Invited into the divine council. Invited into the divine council. Invited into the Would you give it all up if you had another scene? Would you kill it to see or to be seen? Would you give it all up if you had another scene? Would you kill it to see or to be seen? Renouncer. Is it harder to speak when you're holding the machine? Is it harder to sleep when you can feel him breathe? Is it harder to speak when you're holding the machine? Is it harder to sleep when you can feel him?
Live in the KEXP studios, it's Car Seat Headrest. Wow, that sounded so great, guys. It's so wonderful to have you here today. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
And that song, Times to Die, is from the album Teens of Style. That comes out tomorrow on Matador Records.
We're very excited. Seems like it's been out forever, but not yet.
It does seem like a while. I started hearing rumors about that record coming out earlier this year, and it does feel like we waited a long time. I imagine it seems even longer for you.
Yeah, I mean, I recorded it at the beginning of the year, and we recorded another album since then, so it does seem like kind of a long time. But now we got one in the backlog, and we can write it out for a while.
That's got to seem like a great feeling. Recording those seems to be kind of your stock in trade. I just discovered you about a year ago, but you've been making records for 5 or 6 years now, and I was lucky enough to see you in New York in May, and for the lucky people that arrived early, I got a little twine tied up collection of 3 of your records. They were homemade, and
So they looked homemade, but Matador made them.
oh, they did.
But yeah, I helped tie, and I did sign them, I guess. But yeah, those were based on a series of cassettes we did that was a couple years ago, and those were also wrapped in the twine. But yeah, I mean, I've been recording for kind of as long as I can remember, since high school. I started the car seat headrest thing at the end of high school, and we've got a fair few amount of albums under our belt at this point. But yeah, I sort of did that at the expense of the live performance for a while. I think my focus was on the recordings. And now we're at sort of a good balance, I think. Recorded 2 albums this year and are doing our first 2 tours this year.
I've seen you 4 times now, and you've always had a band with you. Were you doing this by yourself for a long time?
I never wanted to do it solo because, especially at the beginning, the songs were sort of experimental and loop-based, and solo to me is acoustic guitar and me singing, so that wouldn't really work well. So I sort of changed the style so I could play with a band, and I had several different lineups in college, and now I've gotten to the point where I do have sort of enough material where I could do a solo set myself. But I kind of prefer playing with a band, especially a good one like these guys, because I have some more liberty to suck because I can count on them to not do that.
I was delighted becoming a fan about a year ago to discover that there was so much music for me to enjoy online, and you have really embraced the whole putting your music out there for people to listen to. I understand that even you go back and sort of change music once it's posted, but you've embraced that whole sort of Bandcamp thing. Can you talk a little bit about how that has played a role in your career making music?
Yeah, I mean, what drew me to it was very unofficial. It didn't feel like iTunes or anything where you're sort of setting on a musical career path if you're submitting your music to iTunes. Whereas Bandcamp was a lot more just sort of a part of the flow of the internet. And the first 2 albums, I think I uploaded song by song as I recorded them. And after that, I sort of stuck to waiting until the album was done in theory. But I still kind of kept the mentality of, if I was not satisfied with it, I could come back to that. And I have done that several times. There's an album I resequenced and changed some tracks to. There's an album I remastered a year later. And the last year's album, How to Leave Town, there's a song called America, which we're actually going to play next. And I had an intro on that I didn't really think was up to par, so I re-recorded it a couple months later and put that version up. So what you hear now is the new version.
Well, since you talk about sort of reworking songs, that's what you've actually done for the record that's coming out tomorrow. And you have, I'd say, well over 100 songs. How did you decide which ones you wanted to put on this Matador debut?
Well, I kind of always had certain ones in mind where I really liked them, and I thought they could do well if they were heard more. But at the same time, when I was recording them, I knew, I kind of want to redo this at some point. So I kind of took this as my chance when Matador came to me, and yeah, I actually had the track list ready for them when they came, and I said, this is what I want to do first. And I think I took out one track and put in a new one. Actually, it's called Bad Role Models. But other than that, I kind of stuck to the songs I had in mind that I wanted to redo.
It sounds like you'd been self-recording yourself all these years for all these albums. So in reworking these songs for this Matador debut, did you go into the studio? Did you do something different? Did you make them bigger?
I kind of tried to stick with the home studio method, and I did that. The one difference is that I did use a backing band. Andrew was on drums, and Jacob Bloom on bass, who is now in medical school. God bless his soul. And but other than that, it was kind of intentionally sort of more of a progression of what I had been doing rather than a full-fledged studio album, which we then proceeded to do after that.
And was that exciting? Is that something you've always wanted to do with your songs?
Yeah, it was something I'd always been a little bit nervous about, because so many things can go wrong in a studio, and then, that's a lot of time and money on your hands. But I'd always wanted to do it nevertheless, and we were excited to get the chance, and it went really well. We worked with Steve Fisk, who is a total sweetheart, made us feel very comfortable, and I think it turned out great.
Well, you'll have to come back and play those songs when that album comes out.
We definitely will.
I'm loving the songs on Teens of Style, and you have so many fans here at the stations, and I know that you've been growing your fan base organically over the years, but were you able to play out a ton? You say that even though you were doing these things solo, that you had friends coming in, but did that allow you to tour? Were you touring with a band, or are you doing...
At the time, I was kind of like ideologically biased against touring, because I was a recording artist, and I thought, why should I have to play these songs live? It's like if a movie director was required to put on a stage performance of his film, and then I grew out of that phase eventually, but that was kind of the main reason why we didn't tour too much when I was in college. Yeah, it was just a sort of thing where everyone was a college student. We had a lot of other priorities, so this is the first year where Car Seat Headrest has really been a touring band as well as a recording band.
And are you enjoying that?
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised how much I'm enjoying it. I kind of, you hear horror stories about bands going out on tour and the miseries involved, but we haven't really encountered that yet. Too much of that yet. And it's just been very enjoyable to go to all these different places.
I understand you went to college in Virginia, and that when you graduated, you moved out here to Seattle, and we're so happy to have you here. I'm curious, and that's allowed me to see you so many times. I'm curious how you decided to make the move here.
I had a few friends here, one of whom was willing to let me stay with him for a while I found my feet, so that was kind of influential. And I just heard that it had a good reputation as far as music was concerned. I knew going out of college I wanted to find a new band, and one that, could really stick together long term. And it worked out amazingly well so far.
I'm glad to hear that. We hope you'll stay.
Yeah.
Car Seat Headrest is live in studio here at KEXP, and tonight you can see them at Sonic Boom Records in Ballard. They're going to be playing an all-ages set at 6 p.m., and I'm excited to say they'll be at the Sunset Tavern in January on the 9th. And they've got a couple more tunes for us. Again, tomorrow, the album Teens of Style is coming out on Matador Records.
A song is dedicated to my haters, because what is a man without his haters? You can drive across the whole thing in 4 days if you really want it. Leaving custom thank you notes in all the houses you ever haunted. In this whole solar system, you've only met one type of life. It's the living kind of life, and it's not one I recognize. America, 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 America. Because I thought I had gotten its way. At first I didn't think it hurt me, but then I saw it wave. You can spend every living moment thinking, how can I get out alive? But is it really that? Can you really call it? Hey man, just shut up and drive. I thought we'd be on the road all night when that ice storm hit in Texas. And when we pulled into the gas station, it was like a frozen oasis. Oh, sweet mama, does that neon sign shine for me? Is there a street where my name goes all through the night? And I never read, and I never been, and I never wrote, and I never said, never been America, oh, never been America, I just never went America, I wanna say America. All my fantasies are faking orgasms. They're only in it for the money I made up for them. I traded ideas, opinions, and artistry, and my face is on every dollar. This is heaven, but heaven is here. This is heaven, but heaven is hard. Because your lover is listening to music you don't know, and you're tangled up in the headphone wires. You know our problems, they don't end just because we get bored, girlfriends. Is this your salvation plan? Is this your salvation plan? Oh, there's only one type of love. It's the loving kind of love. But when you're mad at me, it's the end of times, and I'm mad at you all the other times. Have I ever really? I guess I've never really. Have I ever really? Not in the way I'm thinking. Never really been in love. No, never really been in love. Have I ever really been in love? No, not really. Real life's a mess, but at least you're not paying rent. You've been faking it, maybe even breaking even. You ought to be content. It doesn't make sense, you're still sitting on the fence when the yard is yours, and it was money well spent. And I never wrote America, and I never read America, I just never went America, I've never seen America, 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 democracy, America, biography, and civil rights, basically, bright lights, living in the city, second prize in a beauty pageant, $200, this is life, this is your life, America! America! This is heaven! This is heaven! This is the place! This is the place! This is the place! Oh, this is the place! Biting my clothes to keep from screaming, taking pills to keep from dreaming. I want to break something important. I want to kick my dad in the shins. I was was referring to the present and past tense. It was the only way that I could survive it. I want to put my head in the car door. I want to sing this song like I'm dying. Busted printer. I want to talk like Raymond Carver. I want to turn down the swear word TV, binging on the latest sitcom, 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 feeling guilty every second it's on. I want to put my foot through the window. I want to romanticize my white angst. Heavy boots on my throat. I need something soon. I need something soon. I can't talk to my folks. I need something soon. I need something soon. All of my fingers are froze. I need something soon. I need something soon. Only one change of clothes. I need something soon. I need something soon. My head is, 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 my head is.
So good. Car Seat Headrest live on KEXP, and that was Something Soon. That's on the album Teens of Style, out tomorrow on Matador Records, finally. So happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, KEXP. We'll be back soon.
We can't wait, and you can see them tonight, Sonic Boom Records in Ballard at 6 p.m., an all-ages set, and then on Saturday, January 9th, they'll be playing the Sunset Tavern. You've got to tune to KEXP Seattle. Oh my God, that was so good.
Thank you. Woo. Are we good to go? Did a heart stop beating? Used up all the heat. When did it start? Our meeting, it's been on repeat. I know there's a full moon every night. It's just not always bright, but it's been so long since I saw the light. Maybe I haven't been looking at the sky. Mom, now you're gone. Now you're gone. Now you're gone, Maud. Now you're gone. Now you're gone, Maud. Now you're gone. Now you're gone, sweetheart. Please love me too long. My heart's too strong. Love me too long. Sweetheart, please let me hold on to these old songs I've loved too long. Check my pulse, and so instead my head begs not to be so full. And when I fall asleep, which part of me writes the dream and which part falls asleep? Who's running the machine? I know there's a full moon every night. When I dress black, it snows white. I know there's a full moon every night. When I dress black, it snows white. I know there's a when I dress
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.